Hey, Richard and Andrew. Hope you're doing well, man. I talked to a friend of mine who thus far has had 75 interviews and can't move anything forward. You know, it's fucking bleak, and I think it's getting more brutal. So, yeah, man, well, hang in there. I'll catch you later, man.
I've been running round in circles, chasing my tail and lost my way, seeking shelter in different corners, never finding a place to stay. Somehow ended up here on the ground. Brother, help me up, I've fallen down.
My friend is right. Things are bleak, and they seem to be getting worse. While Bidenomics tells us Americans that the job market is strong and there's nothing to worry about, the great tech recession of 2023 continues to get worse.
The Financial Times and the Wall Street Journal initially called my plan Bidenomics. I'm not sure they meant it in a totally complimentary way at the time. But guess what? It's working.
Google today joined a growing list of tech giants scaling back, adding to the tens of thousands of workers in the industry who find themselves unemployed.
It is Amazon doing another round of layoffs.
Mark Zuckerberg's year of efficiency back in focus this morning after another round of sweeping layoffs and job cuts.
But guess what? It's working.
To those 6 million unemployed Americans, I walk with you.
Sister, help me up, I've fallen down. I've been lost far too long. I can't see, I'm trapped in darkness. Life has turned its back on me, it would seem. Brother, help me up, I've fallen down. Brother, help me up, I've fallen down.
Why is it that when life is exceeding your wildest dreams, the knife appears at your back? One of the few things that brings me happiness these days is watching all the funny parts of the weekly live show I used to do. There are a lot of great memories there. Oh, got to bring her into the live stream.
Hi,
Swadika, I see. I'm so sorry I didn't bring you in.
I'm here, Richard.
Hello, this is Mr. Egg, and this is... Hello, this is Mr. Egg, and this is... Hello, this is Mr. Egg from the Pattaya, and this is Vlogger News on the Richard Travel Live Show.
Mr. Mitch, welcome to the live show, man. Welcome back.
Great to be here. Wow, what an act to follow. Holy Toledo, you're letting everybody down with having me on here.
That was a mistake. Lesson learned. Maybe not for me, but for anyone that's watching.
I missed the mark a bit.
Yeah, if you're drunk, maybe it would be okay.
Wow, that didn't last long.
Please, I beg you, we should be enough with this.
It's just about done. It's done. And I think they did a halfway decent job.
It was fun.
Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy.
I love it too. Too.
A lot of people advised me not to do it. A few said do it.
My heart melting. She's gonna cry.
Yeah, well, thank you for that.
Hey, we're creators, right? We got to create these jokes. So thanks again for coming on. I appreciate it. You got to stay tuned, though, for this character I got coming on in a couple minutes. Baldy Brian in Thailand. Wait till you see what this guy's wearing today. Oof.
This is fantastic. It's nice to be here. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone in the chat. Hello.
Wow, I appreciate your energy for the last half hour of the show. This is exactly what I needed, man. Boost up. Forget the caffeine. I got Baldy Brian in Thailand. And wonderful shirt, by the way. Wonderful shirt and tie.
Oh, thank you very much. Every time I see that video, I think, man.
I'm also going to be having a different partner. It's not going to be with Charlie. It's going to be with someone else.
Well, I'm available, so thanks for offering. I'll definitely clear my schedule, Sky. Thank you for that offer. Tommy J, all the moderators, clear my schedule. Let's go ahead and reschedule all the guests. I'll head over on the next flight. Thank you, Sky. Welcome to the Saturday Live Show. Welcome back.
I'm happy to be back, Richard. Woohoo!
Energy. I think I missed your energy the last couple months. Nice
You give me that energy, Richard. You're so much fun to talk with.
Now, Fa, tell us what all your social media is. You also have Instagram, TikTok. What are those profiles? What's your Instagram? What's your TikTok?
I don't remember the name of TikTok or Instagram.
I'm sure the man can dig it up pretty quick. I didn't want to let Richard down. I was going to make sure that we had all the gear set up and, you know, everything was spot on for his show. Big 50th. It's a big show, mate. It's a big show.
I actually thought we were going to do a wee dance tonight. This is the only kilt I'm wearing. a wee Scottish jig for you there. There you go.
That dance is horrifying. Please never do that again. I think we lost 40 viewers right there in the chat.
That was Scotty thumbs down there.
Well, I thought you did a really cool little edit there, Chev, as you're coming out. I think you have a robe on, and then Dev cuts to you coming out in the bikini. Dev, what transition did you use for that? Is that just a simple transition using the background, or did you do like a keyframe on that?
Well, Shiv actually just took the gown off and had a bikini on underneath, and I just did a speed ramp so it moved quicker. So when I filmed it really slowly, and then she like took the robe off, and then obviously I just sped that up. So it looks like there's a transition, but she actually did everything.
Well, I hope you enjoyed those video clips of the Saturday Live Show. A lot of my favorite clips were included there, and it was a lot of fun putting it together. So I'm here at the lower elevation of what is going to be the trail for the park that I'm at today. I'm going to take you through a new location, and I actually parked outside of the park. That way there's no charge for parking, parked in a residential area, and I'm going to be taking you up to the top of the mountains today. So I'm going to take you through that. It's going to take about an hour and a half to get up to the peak, and we're going to show you some things and talk about some things on the way up. Came across this interesting building. Looks like it's pretty old, so I'm going to take a look at it. And this is just kind of in the middle of nowhere, up a long winding road. It's about 30 minutes into my hike. I think it used to house a bunch of horses. See, this is somewhere where they might have like worked on the horses. The interesting thing about this space is it really looks like it was built to sort of almost like a horse parking lot. And then maybe they would go next door to the saloon and have some drinks. Got a little area back here. Looks like actually someone's living back here. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be back here at night. Pretty creepy vibe back there. Definitely not feeling too safe back in that area. I gotta tell you, that's one of the creepiest buildings I've been in a long time. That back room back there has an eerie feel to it. And I don't know, just really pretty weird stuff going on back there. Not sure. But hey, on a positive note, we're going to go onward and upward. We're pretty low down here. We got about another hour to go before we get up to the summit. And then we're going to show you some incredible views here. It's so funny because I thought that I'd be taking the easy way up to the summit today, but that easy way only goes for so long. I noticed that's where most of the residents in the area stay to. We're taking this climb up right now, and it's like a 30% gradient. So this is where the heart rate for me gets near my max. I try to take it easy, but there's really no way to keep the heart rate from spiking at that kind of gradient. So onward and upward. So still headed up to the summit here. I gotta tell you, one of the tips I have for you is if you do a long hike that's out here in hot temperatures like I'm in today, you know, I usually slather on the sunscreen. I gotta tell you, that stuff gets in your eyes. So it's nice to have something to kind of wipe it off, man. Ooh. So I can see. And the only downside of that is you have to kind of reapply the sunscreen then a couple times during the hike. But I'd rather do that than not be able to see when that stuff drips in your eyes. So that's one of my little tips. Carry a little white towel with you, or whatever color. Wipe your face, wipe the sweat off. All right. So I say that heart rate just hit 165. So I don't know if this looks steep at all on camera. Probably not. But it is steep. It's very steep, but a great workout. In my battle to lose weight, this is one of the great ways to do it. We've arrived at the false summit. Wipe down some of the sweat here. It's definitely a good workout today. And call it the false summit because you can kind of go back down from here. You can treat it like this is the top of your walk. You know, again, great view, valley down below. Or you can choose to do what we're going to do today, which is keep going up. So about another half hour to the actual summit. And we're going to reconvene the video there. Well, made it up to the top, and not too soon. It's really heating up today. So I'm going to take you from here to a couple other areas that I recorded on the way up. Some Indian ruins that I found. Stay tuned because I got some good scenes coming up. I'm going to take this time to switch out of this sweaty shirt into a nice tank top. So you guys, you're welcome for not having to look at me in a tank top all the way up. And enjoy the rest of the video. I want to take you through these pretty cool stones that I saw last time I was here. And the neat thing about these is they really look like they were cut. Not sure if this will get on camera well. You can see it's like they've been cut at right angles. There's one down further below that looks like an actual seat. See if I can find a couple of good examples here. But the interesting thing about this spot is it looks like it was probably like a meeting area or something, and it almost looks like an explosion. Nobody cares about this stuff. That's what I was saying to myself a couple weeks later, reviewing the footage in post-production. I don't know why, just at the time it really felt interesting to me. I was looking at all of the artifacts on the ground there. I just thought it was really cool. And, I asked myself, why was it interesting to me then, but not interesting now? Well, if I ask that question, then I have to tell you guys a story. Before I got laid off, I was definitely getting micromanaged by all of my bosses. They were doing things like taking pictures of you every half hour on the webcam, see what you're doing, taking screenshots of what websites you were on, what screens you were working on, logging keystrokes on your keyboard, how many times you moved your mouse around, all this kind of stuff. It was not too much fun. And it's interesting, when I got laid off, it was over a Zoom conference call, no follow-up call by my boss. It was just like done. And it was really tough. The interesting thing is I thought that when that happened that I would sort of leave all of that, what I call grayness, behind. I felt like I was living in a gray zone with all the micromanagement from all the bosses going on. And unfortunately, when I got laid off, I sort of took that grayness with me. And it's taken me months to sort of leave that behind. So why was the Indian footage interesting to me? Well, I feel like when I'm out here, everything seems interesting to me. I'm outside of the gray zone. I'm really enjoying the picturesque views and just every little detail I'm enjoying. And I guess that's why at the time those Indian artifacts seemed interesting to me, but then a couple weeks later in post-production, maybe they didn't really have the same oomph that I thought they were going to have. In the end of the day, I just love creating videos. I love editing. I love doing things like that. So every time I walk out here, it takes me out of the gray zone and into a nice place where I can sort of have some hope. This is the one place where I can just let my mind wander. I don't need to worry about applications, interviews, job prospects, what the economy's doing. I can just enjoy the walk. These hiking trails have really helped me change my outlook on life. And most importantly, help pull me out of the gray zone. I believe it's the journey that teaches us a lot about our destination. Sometimes we make the process more complicated than it needs to be. We will never make the journey of 1,000 miles by being fearful about how long it will take or how hard it will be. We make the journey by taking each day, step by step, and repeating it again and again until we reach our destination. As Bob Marley once said, you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have.